Hi guys! In today's video, we're going to be talking about the richest black billionaires in the US. 10. Tyler Perry. Tyler is an African-American actor, film producer, director, playwright, and writer, who is known mostly for his portrayal of the movie character Mabel Simmons, also known as Madea. In 2018, he made a whopping $90 million from his brilliant work in films and TV work. Amazing, right? Well, that's not all. Apart from making films and doing stage plays, Tyler Perry has made a fortune of $1 billion today. As we speak, Tyler Perry Studios is worth nothing less than $400 million and is one of the biggest film production studios in America. And this is still all he has up his sleeves, because even outside the entertainment industry, he has made a fortune of around $20 million. And as a result of all these assets and ventures, he is worth a solid $1 billion. 9. LeBron James. LeBron James recently became the first NBA player to earn $1 billion. His pre-tax earnings with the Cavaliers, Miami Heat, and Los Angeles Lakers total more than $385 million. Even off the court, he has managed to earn himself over $900 million from commercial ventures and endorsement partnerships, just like other athletes. He currently owns Beats by Dre and has a net worth of $1.1 billion. 8. Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods is regarded as the greatest golfer of all time and has won $121 million in prize money, more than any other professional golfer in history. However, just like other athletes, most of his wealth comes from lucrative endorsement deals with brands like Monster Energy, Rolex, and Nike. He also owns other assets that yield him steady income, such as a golf course design firm and a live production company, among other ventures which have built his net worth to be about $1.1 billion. 7. Tope Awotona. Tope Awotona is one of America's richest immigrants today. Born in Lagos, Nigeria to a middle-class family, his father was a microbiologist and entrepreneur, while his mother worked at the central bank. However, when he was 12, he witnessed his father get shot and killed in a carjacking, and it changed his life forever. Soon after, as soon as he turned 15, he moved with his family to Atlanta. There, he studied computer science at the University of Georgia. Before switching to business and management information, he wanted to pursue a career in coding, but decided instead to sell software for tech companies, such as Perceptive Software, Vertafore, and EMC. But somewhere along the line, Tope Awotona started Calendly, pouring his life savings of $200,000 into it and maxing out his credit cards as he went. There and then, he took the bold step of quitting his job selling software for EMC, and today, Calendly has 10 million users, including Lyft and Indiana University amongst others. According to Forbes, its revenue last year crossed the $100 million mark, which was double what it booked the previous year. Currently, Tope Awotona is worth a good sum of $1 billion. 6. Michael Jordan. As a 14-time All-Star and NBA Hall of Famer, Jordan is widely regarded as the best basketball player in the NBA's history. As one of the richest athletes in the world, Jordan has earned nothing less than $1.8 billion from corporate partnerships with Nike, Hanes, and Gatorade since he got on board with them. Jordan is such a GOAT that 14 years after his retirement from the NBA, he's still the highest-paid athlete of all time, according to Forbes. And right now, the legendary basketball player is the richest NBA player ever, with an estimated net worth of $2 billion after selling his majority stake in the Charlotte Hornets, according to Bloomberg. 5. Alexander Karp. Alexander Karp is the CEO of Palantir, a controversial big data company, which creates software to manage, analyze, and secure data. It raised its last round of funding in 2015 and was able to rise in value to about $20 billion. But Karp isn't the founder of this company. It was founded by Peter Thiel, but he was invited to be the CEO in 2004. They had met earlier in school and were classmates while Karp was getting his bachelor's degree at Haverford College in Pennsylvania. After his bachelor's degree, he went to law school. After law school, he began working on a PhD in philosophy at Goethe University in Frankfurt, Germany, studying under famed philosopher Jürgen Habermas. He is currently worth about $1.3 billion, and according to Business Insider, he has never been married. 4. Jay-Z. If you don't know Jay-Z, you've probably been sleeping under a rock for a very long time. Jay-Z is an African-American rapper who is famous for his songs and his investments in the sporty and fashion space. He is married to Beyoncé, and together they have one child. In 2019, Forbes named Jay-Z the first ever hip-hop billionaire. Before then, he had been in a tight lock with another rapper named Diddy, but he eventually broke through because of his various investments and assets. But Jay-Z wasn't always rich. He grew up poor in the Marcy housing project in Brooklyn. At first, when he started rapping, he wasn't mainstream. However, he finally blew up when he created Rockefeller Records in 1995 with Damon Dash and Kareem Burke. His debut album Reasonable Doubt was released a year later and turned the rapper into a rising star. After that album, Jay-Z kept on gathering wins in silence. One of the biggest things that happened in Jay-Z's life was winning a Best Rap Album Grammy for Volume 2, Hard Knock Life in 2019. Afterwards, he continued giving us the same energy-topping charts with numerous hits over the decades. He is known for his smart deals, which typically involve him buying things and selling them for a bigger price. For example, he got into the streaming music business in 2015 when he acquired Aspiro for $56 million. He later used that tech to launch Tidal, the music service that would compete with the likes of Apple and Spotify. However, in 2021, Jay-Z sold Tidal to a payment platform company called Square for $297 million, according to Forbes. It is believed that he walked away from the deal with $149 million in cash and stock. Also, he launched a clothing brand known as Rocawear in 1999 and sold it for hundreds of millions in 2007. Another smart move that earned him quite some great cash and helped engrave his name on this very list, giving him a net worth of $2.5 billion. 3. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey launched The Oprah Winfrey Show in 1986, becoming the first black female host of a nationally syndicated daily talk show. It was placed on 120 channels and had an audience of about 10 million people, so the show grossed $125 million by the end of its first year. However, she soon gained ownership of the program from ABC, drawing it under the control of her new production company, Harpo Productions, and making more and more money from syndication. In 1994, talk shows were becoming increasingly trashy and exploitative, but Oprah pledged to keep her show free of tabloid topics. Initially, her ratings fell, but she didn't dance to the pressure and ended up earning the respect of her viewers, who in turn rewarded her with an upsurge in popularity. This show ran for 25 years, until 2011. And by the end of its run, The Oprah Winfrey Show had racked up dozens of awards. And because of how successful the show had been, it helped launch the TV careers of Dr. Phil McGraw, Dr. Mehmet Oz, and Rachel Ray, who now have their talk shows. According to Forbes magazine, Winfrey was the richest African American of the 20th century. In 2003, she became the world's only black billionaire, holding the title for 3 years running. Life magazine hailed her as the most influential woman of her generation, and as far as we know, her net worth runs into a sum of $2.5 billion. 2. David Stewart. David Stewart, the founder and chairman of Worldwide Technology, grew up in the segregated South with 7 siblings and a father who was a mechanic, janitor, and trash collector. He earned himself a business degree and worked as a salesman for a while before co-founding Worldwide Technology in 1990. Worldwide Technology is an 8. Service provider. It has revenues of more than $14 billion in 2022 and boasts the U.S. government as a client. Since David owns a majority stake in the company, it makes sense that he is worth $6 billion in assets right now. 1. Robert F. Smith. And now, we're finally at the richest black billionaire in America, Robert F. Smith. Robert, born to parents who were both school principals with doctoral degrees, grew up in a primarily black, middle-class neighborhood in Denver, Colorado. At a young age, deep respect for philanthropy and the value of education was instilled in him because of the many times he saw his parents contribute towards the education of Black people like them. Because of how good he was at computer science in high school, he became motivated to apply for an internship at Bell Labs. He was denied the internship at first because it was only available to college students. However, because of his persistence over several months and the incompetence of the student who was supposed to get the role, they offered the role to him instead. And while he was there, he made sure to not disappoint them. He graduated from Cornell University with a BS in chemical engineering in 1985 and spent several years as an engineer at 3 different companies. There, he was named the principal inventor of 4 separate patents, 2 in the US and 2 in Europe. After spending 6 years supervising and overseeing $50 billion in mergers and acquisitions, M&A, transactions at Goldman Sachs, Robert was ready to launch his investment firm. So, in 2000, Robert and a former Goldman colleague, Brian Sheff, founded Vista Equity Partners, a private equity firm focused on investments in enterprise software across industries. And over the next 2 decades, they have both built Vista into one of the largest and most successful investment firms in the technology sector. Robert is one of the most active U.S. philanthropists. He is mostly popular for his dedication to creating opportunities for current and future generations through educational programs. He's currently worth $8 billion in assets and investments. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, do well to subscribe to this channel and share it with your friends.